Bernie Sanders throwing people under the bus, you would think you would see much more anger from the DSA style left over Bernie and AOC and the squad. For example, they broke a railroad strike, which should be like strike 1, 2, and 3, right? Where you should be going after them. Okay. Your guys' strategy was to take over the Democratic Party, so why is AOC not endorsing progressive primary challengers? You guys know that she did endorse Cori Bush the second time around because she was on some Green New Deal panel with William Lancey Clay. You know, the corrupt congressperson who took bribes from the St. Louis police and was called out and hated during the Ferguson protest? AOC became friends with him and then decided not to endorse anyone. You know, the people who voted for Hakeem Jeffries, who swore to pour as many resources into the DCCC to defeat progressives, as many progressives as possible. Guys, I don't support taking over the Democratic Party. I am speaking on their behalf. If you're someone who supports taking over the Democratic Party, you should be just as mad at Bernie as I am. And it's so weird that people apologize for him while they have this strategy. You guys understand that Bernie, AOC, and the squad, they got elected. And then I'll say this is more AOC and the squad because Bernie been elected for a while. This applies more to them. They got elected and they pulled the ladder up. They pulled the ladder up from the rest of the PMCs who dream of being the next AOC. They said, hell no, we won this right, Ray, not you. So as you got people fantasizing who still believe we can take over the Democratic Party, the people who still believe that we need heroes to save us. We're not enough. The working class is not enough. We need some sort of millionaire hero to save us. The people who still believe that, they're pushing Marianne Williamson. And what did we tell you guys? See, what did we say weeks ago? Weeks ago. Well, it's going to be a major problem coming forward. With the Marianne Williamson supporters, what they thought was their biggest obstacle was RBN. They're like, oh my God, look at these black motherfuckers ruined this for us. Meanwhile, what we said is the biggest obstacle of this will be the fact that Bernie Sanders and the progressive complex
will not
support you guys. So Cal Kalinske, Vanguard, Breandra Gray, and all these people say this ridiculous shit that we're going to spark this new Bernie Sanders 2024 energy. It's going to come out of nowhere. You have to understand, Bernie Sanders, with all of my criticisms, was an exceptional candidate for the job. For like the job that you guys were doing, there was no one else you could have picked. Someone who had the entire progressive establishment behind him, the guy who tricked a ton of the working class before a lot of them before many of them shifted to the left. There is no better position than 2016. Right after Barack Obama pissed off a ton of young people. Radicalized a ton of people. That guy couldn't do it. But Marianne Williamson's going to do what Bernie Sanders could not do with not only none of the activists on the ground again. So I was one of the people that did the most. Thousands of doors knocked on. I know a ton of people that quit their jobs, that traveled state to state, that say they are not doing it again. You want to know the people who most for this? The people who didn't do shit. The people who didn't do shit. Me and Missy talked about this before. Everyone we know who organized with Bernie is like, we done. Because they put blood, sweat, and tears, and they saw what that led to. Meanwhile, people like the Vanguard, people like TYT, people like that who did nothing, they're like, oh, we all for it again. In fact, we benefit from it. So they're all for creating this Bernie movement that does not have activists engaged anymore. And they don't have the professional managerial, professional left on their side anymore. So, and I know you got some things to say about this as well, because you mentioning how, and I didn't see this part, maybe you have it. A lot of people saw this headline. They're like, oh, yay, Bernie. And I did see a few people say, Bernie said something nice to Marianne Williamson. Because everyone else treated Marianne Williamson like a joke, right?
Oh, they all tweeted about it. They went, look at Bernie. Bernie, thank you. Any way they can point out Bernie, give him praise, and they didn't. And I'll point out after you set this up, Yeah,
because my part very short, and I haven't seen a lot of that yet. Because I tweeted, you know, funny, I saw a tweet. My tweet got hella views, and it got a few hundred likes, but it got like 20, 30,000 views. So I can tell there are a lot of Bernie people saw that tweet to see it.
Yeah.
Like, there's literally a ratio here. Like, usually if I get like a few, like you just kind of pick up these things if you use Twitter. Like, if you get a few hundred likes, that means probably 1,000 or so views. So I got like 500 or so likes when I tweeted a story out. But despite having 500 likes, there's like 30,000 views on it. So I'm like, holy shit, there are a lot of people that saw this tweet that did not like it. So there are a ton of people that saw this shit was like, motherfucker. But they didn't like the tweet. That's just an interesting antidote because a lot of people saw the headline, and I know you're going to show this later, and they were probably like, oh my God, Bernie said something nice about Marianne Williamson. But what they also forgot, let me go in order here. Bernie Sanders said Marianne Williamson will run a strong campaign and raise very important issues in 2024. But not Ukraine, though. Very important issues, except things that the commander-in-chief is in charge of. Anyway, that's not the point. They pick all day, right? So I'm skimming this, and I'm thinking like, all right, is he supporting her, though? That was my first reaction when I read the story. When I saw the headline, like, is he supporting her, though? So I clicked the article. Guess what I found immediately? That apparently all
Kyle skips over this because he goes to the same article and he quickly skips over this part.
I didn't see no one. I didn't see none of the Bootsy Love reactions to this story yet, so I can't wait to get to your part of the segment. So this is my last part I add because I'm pretty sure I got more to say to your part. Bernie has said he supports Biden in 2024. Marianne Williamson 2024 is dead on arrival. Exactly what RBN said months ago. When the rumors floated. When the rumors floated, what the first question we asked on the channel? Is even Bernie, are they even on board with this? So what the misleading picture that Cal, Crystal, Bree, Vanguard, they're painting on the channel is that RBN, that we are rejecting the return of the Bernie movement. We're rejecting that, CJ. No, what we are doing is we are telling them that shit is dead. And they are serious, and they need to wake up from this dreamland where the Bernie coalition is still alive.
You giving a CPR to a dead body, and we keep telling you it's dead, mother. It's dead. Stop.
And then they look at you like we killed him. This CPR to a dead body. We're like, man, that person's dead. They're like, oh my God, why you tell me he's dead? They get mad. Like, we killed the motherfucker. That's what they do to us. We're telling you, this strategy not only dead because activists like us are not on board. It's dead because Pramila Jayapal and Bernie Sanders can't stand you guys. And it's embarrassing to watch you guys praise Bernie every second of the day. You guys refuse to criticize Bernie Sanders. Meanwhile, he don't want to be seen with you motherfuckers. He was like, he saw Marianne Williamson run. He's like, good luck with that shit. I went Biden. I back to you, I want to see your part.
I mean, similar, same story, but similar, but the same story. But let's go to the headline. And so this is what she tweeted. The same story you just read, without talking about him endorsing Biden. So I don't know if by omitting that. I don't know because she's not the only one. A bunch of people did this. I don't know if she's trying to give the impression for people that's not going to read the article. They're just going to look at the headline. A good amount of people are just going to do that. Oh, that must mean Bernie Sanders. That's not what he's saying. Because she doesn't make any mention of that. And this is what she said. I'll read it for those that are just listening and can't see the tweet. Marianne Williamson says, thank you, Bernie Sanders, for the light you shed on issues and the respect you show for all. Now, I don't know. Now, it got 5,000 likes. Now, I don't know how authentic that is because this is campaign season, so these could be paid likes, but let's just give her the benefit of the doubt. At least there's 5,000 people who like this idea that he's at least shouting her out, which, I mean, I guess it's throwing a campaign that literally has nothing to bone. And I guess that's one way maybe that's the way she's looking at it. But yeah,